Hello, Eric here. Eric here. This is Observations, and this discussion is on the African Queen. And there are spoilers. So if you haven't seen what is considered by many to be one of the two or three greatest movies ever, you might not want to watch this until after you've seen the movie. Is the African Queen in the running for GOAT as far as flicks go? I'm not so sure after having just seen it for the first time. Now, I have nothing against John Huston or Bogart or Hepburn. Catherine's one of my 5 or 6 all time favorite actresses. However, if the performance that Bogart gave in that movie was his best or the best he could do, I don't think it was Academy Award worthy. It was worthy for a nomination. However, I don't believe it reached that level. However, there are a few things other than that get my goat in particular. In certain scenes and where I had to suspend my disbelief because it was too far, just a bridge or two too far, particularly when Bogart finds out that the propeller shaft needs to be replaced. And the first scene we see is him going underwater and trying to fix it. And then after building a new one, he's doing a lot of work underwater again, along with Kate. Neither one of them has scuba equipment, never mind an oxygen tank. I don't know how anybody would stay down there so long or as long as it would be needed to do manual labor. So I couldn't accept that. The other thing I wondered about after the movie was over was where are the snakes? They had leeches, but snakes. Surely there had to be some water loving snakes in the area. I went to Google, I checked. Yes, where the film was mostly shot, certainly the river scenes, there were snakes that are water loving and are by that river, but there weren't any in the picture. So I think it just blew the whole idea that this was a real adventure that anybody might have had. Now, you might ask, well, what about the torpedoing of a battleship? I could live with that because that was the whole idea of the adventure. Certainly, the movement, literally, the justification for the sailing. There was another adventure in the story, of course, but that adventure came about only because of the sail, because of the relationship that Hepburn and Bogart had on board the African Queen. Without the African Queen, without the journey to torpedo another ship, battleship, there would have been no need for any kind of relationship between Bogart and Humphrey. So that wasn't the actual reason for the whole picture in terms of motivation. Wasn't a problem. Pictures have to have a reason for being, after all. So that's what I think about it. Leave your comments below if you've seen the movie. If you've seen any other movies you believe are greater than African Queen, I can name one right off the top of my head, my all time favorite, Ordinary People. I think in that one that the two stars worked marvelously together, and the script was much more realistic. So Hepburn and Bogart had the disadvantage of a very unrealistic script they had to work around. However, of course, in those days, there were a lot of those, and so I guess the two of them were used to it. Anyway, I'll catch you next week. So long.